Hey YouTube people, this is Jesse, Crab Collector 01, here today for another Transformers review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Transformers Prime Cyberverse Commander Nightwatch Optimus Prime. And here is Nightwatch Optimus Prime. He's got a big silver Autobot logo. And this is the exact same toy as the original Cyberverse Prime, just with a few little added paint. It's basically a paint change with new weapons. It's basically just a repaint with new weapons. He's got this kind of silver trailer hitch, and that's just the color of the plastic, but it does give off kind of a, it's an odd color. That's not paint, it's the color of the plastic, but it's an odd color of plastic, and it gives off a kind of silver sheen effect. The smokestacks are kindly done in the same plastic. He does have painted headlights. The grille is painted silver. One interesting thing that I do like about the Nightwatch Optimus Prime is these little lights. I don't know if my camera is going to pick this out or not. I'm trying to get it to focus on the truck. Those headlights, those little lights right there, they're actually picked out. They are done in a gold, kind of like a gold color. And one thing in comparison to the original Optimus Prime that I did like is up here on the top, when they painted this silver, they didn't paint it far enough back that the translucent plastic showed through from underneath, kind of like the roof scoops. But they did paint it on this one. You can see how it's painted across there to give it a better look in truck mode, so you don't look like you have that gap that this one has. This gap is, while it's still there, for some reason it seems less obvious on this one than it does this one. But yeah, you can see there's obvious differences. The headlights being painted on this Prime opposed to this one. Steel, they've got the steel silver Autobot logos. And if anything, this Prime probably has more paint apps, to be honest. But we'll get into the transformation. I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time on the transformation because it's your standard Optimus Prime Cyberverse Commander transformation that you guys have seen 100 times. So we're not gonna dwell on it. We're just gonna fast forward through it here and get on into robot mode. And one thing that they seem to change on this version is these are really tight. The ones that are that are kind of like the big pin, got the arms pinned on, those are really tight on this one, and they kind of make me anxious in a few places. I'm afraid I'm gonna snap one off there. But there you have Nightwatch Optimus Prime in robot mode. Not too many paint apps per se in this mode. He does have yellow shins there, silver toes, just the plain gray plastic on the hips. His face is different. His eyes are done in a gold, and it's the same gold that they used on the lights right here, which again my camera's not picking out too well, but you can kind of see he's got a bit of a mouth there. This Optimus Prime doesn't have the faceplate, the battle mask that the other Prime has. And his helmet is much darker. It's a much darker, it's a blue, but it's a lot darker. But the main attraction, other than battle maskless Prime, and the repaint, is the weapons. He does come with two swords, similar to what the first edition Optimus Prime came with in his the sword he came with, but it's just solid translucent plastic. He can hold these in his hands. There's a couple different ways he can hold them. If you hold it in with that little peg right there, you have the effect of the sword being straight. You have the effect of the sword being straight. But if you put them in the way you're supposed to put them in, and put them in like that, it covers the top part of the hand and the sword looks upside down. Similar to how the first edition Optimus Prime, the Voyager toy, did with his sword. But the proper way to do them is these are molded specifically for each hand. You can tell the peg's a little offset, so it pegs into one hand better than the other. So, and you can see kind of how that works. And then from the side, it looks like the sword's coming out of his arm. They're okay, to be honest. I think I kind of prefer Prime's battle rifles, the blasters that the original toy had. These are nice to have, just to kind of spice things up if you want to have a blaster and a sword on one hand, kind of like in a fight with Megatron or something. These are nice little add-ons, and a nice figure. Now here comes the tricky part: is do I think the blades and the repainted Prime are worth the price of the set? To me, they are, just for the swords to be able to use with my other Prime. They're worth it to me, but maybe not for everyone else. I would pick them up for the swords and the repaint just for completionist purposes, but for everybody else, if you already have this one, you could probably skip this guy and you wouldn't miss him. If you want the weapons to be used with this Prime or vice versa, I would say pick him up. He's still exactly the same. He's just a repaint. He has different weapons, and the head is slightly different, but you'd be hard pressed to find the differences. They're very subtle differences. That they're not really glaring in your face differences that you go, hey, that's completely different. But we'll get this guy transformed right quick. Give you guys a size comparison, or not size comparison. Show them off together, and we can see some of the differences in the molds. Not the molds really so much the molds, but the paint apps. Paint apps is what I'm trying to say, and it's not coming out. Just put these over. Alright, so there we have the original Optimus Prime, and you can see the differences. He's got the shins, the different colored plastic, the head's different, the lights are painted. Basically the chest is the same, except these lights on this one are picked out and these are not. Smokestacks are a little different. You can kind of see a side by side. If you have this guy, you could probably skip on this guy, but if you want these weapons to use with this Prime, or use this Prime's weapons with this Prime, then I would say that would be enough to pick it up. It was enough for me to pick it up, but that may not be the case for everybody else. But I appreciate you guys watching, and if you haven't already, like my Facebook fan page, where you'll see all the newest reviews and news from this guy, Crave Collector 01. So like that, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Jesse, Crave Collector 01, signing off.